Guys, it's Saturday evening. I'm weather analyst Andrew Fleck. Just doing now your mid to late weekend portion of the video, even into early next week. We're going to talk about what is going on now and what's going to be affecting areas more to the east, a little more down in this video as well. And basically, what you can see from yesterday till today, things are a lot more active through the western to central part of the country. East still quiet, but you're going to get awakened earlier this next week. Basically what we're seeing right now is a low pressure, and this low pressure was actually a wave that came in from the west coast now, forming a low and a better low over the mountains right now. Just have some specks of snow over the mountains of Colorado, Utah, Wyoming, so you're seeing mostly that happen right now. You might say and look at the precip on radar and say it's a little speckled, but given that there's higher elevations, the snow can't piece all together. But I can say one thing, some areas in the mountains are seeing a good snow, even some areas in the valleys. Speaking of valleys or lower elevations, we can talk about a good snow over northern Missouri, Iowa, later down the road, Wisconsin into the northern Ohio Valley states by Sunday, and then of course I'll get down to the road with that on Monday and Tuesday, the east, which yes, a mix of snow and even some rain is going to be occurring over there. Tomorrow, though, I do want to just make a quick note on something. This low pressure is going to start to strengthen and move eastward and northeastward ever so slowly. But what we have down here is some warmer air advection that's going to start coming across the southern states here, the southern plains. And you can see a little speck of precip over the Gulf here. It tells me there's some activity going down there, and there might be a flow coming up. So when you do get that western precipitation, that western south end warm air advection, it might try to connect with some of the moisture in the Gulf, and you might have to worry about some severe weather across the southern states on Sunday. Check that out in our severe weather outlook on analysiswx.com, as we do have an area highlighted down there with a discussion. So be sure to check that out tonight and your day Sunday. So what we think though on the northern fringe of this for snow totals is basically 12 to plus. 6 to 12, 3 to 6. That's still game right now. I think the only thing that's going to need to be changed so far would have to be Iowa and Wisconsin. I think amounts of 6 to 8 are becoming now possible, looking out realistically at the models. So that may be changed tonight. So I'll look forward to that update as that will be updated, like I said, tonight. Other than that, the map looks pretty good. And then once the system moves from the west to the central U.S. to now the eastern U.S., we're going to start to see what exactly the eastern United States is going to get into. And this is where things begin to get a little fishy, become a little harder to quite analyze and break down. But basically looking at the best of what I can do, anywhere north of this yellow line here, or just above this yellow line here, you're in this lighter blue, as you can see. And that's where your mix to snow is going to be falling, okay? We have a low pressure here, by the way. And above this light blue, you're going to have a darker blue, and that's where mainly primary snow would be falling. Looking at this and looking at any type of cold air damming event, this does have a characteristic of a cold air damming event. Some folks, though, this doesn't seem to be one of those ones that can really just hammer an area, keep in, and not move. This is called a situ, as they say it, the cold air situ type of event with cold air, which means things hold in, but only periodically. So areas in the lighter blue here, it's probably going to be a mix, maybe snow to start, a mix, and then the rain. I think the big cities of Baltimore, Philly, DC, I think you guys finally get rain out of this one, but you can't complain because you've had a really great winter this year. I think a record winter to be exact for almost over a decade. So again, that's pretty impressive for you guys. But areas, though, across the upper Ohio Valley into the northeast, I think you guys are in game, though, for actually seeing an all-snow event. And when I say this, I mean you guys could be talking about a pretty good snow event. As we go into the next imagery here, this is exactly why I do think that. This low pressure that was across the Ohio Valley is going to start to move only so far closer to Ohio, when then a low pressure across North Carolina is going to then extend off the coast. And it's going to bomb. It's going to really bomb pretty good out here. And the big question, though, is how much snow is going to happen. Does it stay all snow? Can the big cities, get lucky out of this and stay, all wintry mix or all snow or whatever, before turning to rain. And looking at it here, I mean, this is a strong low pressure, and it's going to be bringing in some good southeast winds inland. So, I mean, areas in, across Boston to New York City, I think Allentown, I think Philadelphia, D.C., Baltimore, eastward, I think, that's going to be an area that's going to be seeing rain. I think whether or not at this point. I think areas more inland, you have a good chance, especially northwest inland. And this storm here, though, it's going to start moving north east, and it's going to bomb as it does because you're going to have cold air wrapping into this. And when it does, folks, you're going to be talking about a very good snow event for portions up in the northern northeast. So definitely keep your eye to that. As of right now, I think it's going to be finally for the northeastern guys to be getting that winter storm. A little more south, it's still on the bitey side. It really is. But looking at the end and what I do think so far, I think that areas probably in here and southward are definitely in rain. I think areas throughout, mostly in this and above the yellow line, are good to be seeing a mix to rain. I think areas just north of this pink line or just above this pink line could be seeing the all snow or wintry mix type of deal. I'm going to probably extend that up to closer coastal areas like Boston, Rhode Island, and Cape Cod because, of course, closer to the coast, you're going to get closer to the southeast winds when the storm bombs, so it's going to be a little harder for that to happen. But inland areas of the northeast, I think you're going to be really looking at a good snowstorm. That's just my opinion right now. So that's just to sum up this heart of the weekend updated video. Look forward to some maps and some updates later on. So hope you guys had a good weekend so far coming out of it, and let's hope we make a good end to it and a good start to your week. So talk to you later.